Dear students, today we discuss the last part of the kinetics, that is collision theory of reaction rate. We will discuss the collision theory of reaction rate. So, what I mean by collision? There is two reactant molecules that will be collide with each other. Collision theory is applicable for simple homogeneous gaseous reaction. Collision theory is applicable for simple homogeneous gaseous reaction. First thing is collision theory is applicable for simple homogeneous gaseous reactions. Look at this. Collision theory is applicable for simple homogeneous gaseous reaction. So we can apply the collision theory for simple homogeneous gaseous. What do you mean by homogeneous? Homogeneous means the reactant molecules will mix properly. That is homogeneous. Homogeneous mixture. A mixture which has uniform composition and identical property throughout the mixture, that is called homogeneous. So collision theory is applicable for simple homogeneous gaseous reaction. The main postulates of collision theory. The main postulates of collision theory are given below. The main postulates of collision theory are given below. We will discuss what are the important postulates of collision theory. So I will write each postulate and what are the major postulates we will discuss about the collision theory. First point, reactants are made up of molecules. Look at, reactants are made up of molecules, or the reactants are assumed to be molecules. We have to assume that reactants are made up of molecules, or we assume that the reactants are made up of molecules. The reactants are assumed to be molecules. We have to consider the reactants are molecule, or we have to take the hard spheres. Reactants are assumed to be some books writing it, but you should write that is a frequent way or the easy way. Reactants are made up of molecules, or reactants are assumed to be made up of molecules. Reactants are assumed to be reactants are assumed to be made up of molecules. Next, for a reaction, second point, this is very important. Reactants are assumed to be made up of molecules. First, we have to, in order to undergo a chemical reaction, the reactants molecule must undergo collision. So, what is this? For a chemical reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecules. Clear? So, for a reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecules. Look at very important point. For a reaction to occur, for a chemical reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecules. So we know that whenever the collision between the reactant molecule takes place, but all collisions are not effective. Only the effective collision that gives rise to product. So in order to undergo a chemical reaction, there should be effective collision. If the collision is effective, that will give rise to product. Otherwise, that will not give rise to product. Whenever the collision is effective, then the reactant converted to product. Otherwise, the reactant do not converted to product. Simple, the molecules will collide with each other and moves randomly. So, for a reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecule, and this collision is effective. Only that collision is effective. If this collision is effective, that gives rise to product. If the collision is ineffective, that does not give rise to product. Simply, the molecules will collide with each other and moves randomly here and there in case of gaseous reaction. So, in order to be effective collision, there should, what are the necessary conditions? The colliding molecule or the reactant molecule must occur so that they will give the product. Two conditions must the reactant molecule satisfy so that they will give rise to product, otherwise they will not give rise to product. What are the necessary conditions? The colliding molecule should have minimum amount of energy, that is called threshold energy, and the colliding molecule should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another so that the collision is effective, otherwise the collision is ineffective. When the collision is effective, that gives rise to product. If the collision is ineffective, that does not give rise to product. Simply the molecules are colliding with each other and moves randomly. Clear? So, first point, reactants are assumed to be made up of molecule. Second point, for a reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecule. Third point, only a certain fraction of the total number of collision, only a certain fraction of the total number of collisions are effective, which gives rise to products. Look at, only a certain fraction of the total number of collisions are effective. Only a certain fraction of the total number of collisions are effective, which gives rise to product, or which forms the product. Look at, suppose this is a gaseous container. In that, the gaseous molecules collide with each other. Suppose this molecule and this molecule collide with each other. This molecule collide with each other. This molecule collide with each other. This is a system. Within that system, suppose the gas molecules collide with each other, but the main fact is that total number of collisions, only a certain fraction of the total number of collisions are effective. Suppose there must be 30 collisions, but all are not effective. Only a certain fraction is effective, which gives rise to product. Which collision is effective, that gives rise to product. Which collision is not effective or ineffective, that does not give rise to product. So, what are the necessary conditions that must be required so that the colliding molecule should collide, so that the reactant molecule will collide, and which gives rise to product? The necessary condition, the main condition is that the colliding molecules should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another. Look at this, and suppose this is a reactant molecule, this is another reactant molecule. Look at this collision or this collision. Which collision is effective? First one or second one? First one. Why? Because greater surface area comes in contact with each other, or the molecules are properly oriented or situated with respect to, here in this collision, the molecules are properly situated or oriented with respect to one another, but here the molecules are not properly situated with respect to one another, so that the collision is ineffective. Look at, here the collision is effective because the molecules are properly situated or oriented with respect to one another. but here the molecules are not properly situated or oriented with respect to one another. So there are two necessary conditions which must be satisfied by the reactant molecule so that their mutual collision gives rise to product. Fourth point for effective collision. For effective collision, the molecules should possess the threshold energy and proper orientation. For effective collision, the molecule should possess the threshold energy and proper orientation. Two things. For effective collision, the molecule should possess the threshold energy and proper orientation. Two things. This point is the most important point. For effective collision, whenever in a system, for a gaseous system, if the collision taking place, all collisions are not effective. When the collisions are not effective, that does not give rise to product. Only when the molecules give rise to product, if the colliding molecule should possess threshold energy. Already we have discussed about threshold energy. What is threshold energy? You know it very well. So, if the colliding molecule should possess the minimum amount of energy, that is threshold energy, and the colliding molecule should be properly oriented so that they will give rise to product. Otherwise, they will not give rise to product. Simple one thing. Colliding molecule reactant molecules जोड़ा collide होगा तारा minimum threshold energy possess करतुवा एवं properly situated हेतुवा with respect to one another, so that the collision will give rise to product. Otherwise, the collision will not give rise to product. In that time, that we can say it is ineffective collision. So next, 5 point, the colliding molecule should possess minimum amount of energy that is threshold energy. The colliding molecule should possess minimum amount of energy that is threshold, the colliding molecule should possess minimum amount of energy called threshold energy, or that is threshold energy. Then the collision will be effective. Then the collision will be effective. And then the collision is effective. Otherwise, the collision will be is ineffective. Look at this part, is very important. I have said that for effective collision, the molecule should possess the threshold energy. Second is proper orientation. So what is threshold energy? As you know already previously, the minimum amount of energy possessed by the reactant molecule for mutual collision in order to give the product, that is called threshold energy. So the colliding molecule should possess minimum amount of energy, that is threshold energy, or the minimum amount of energy called, that is threshold energy or called threshold energy. Then the collision will be effective. Otherwise, the collision is ineffective. जब भी colliding molecule, beta colliding molecule और reactant molecules energy, minimum energy that someone possesses threshold. If they are possessing minimum amount of energy, that is threshold energy, so that their collision is effective, that gives rise to product. If the colliding molecules are not possessing the minimum amount of energy, that is threshold energy, so that their collision is not effective, they are not giving product. When the collision is effective, the reactant molecules converted to product. When the collision is ineffective, the reactant molecules do not converted to product. Only the collision between the reactant molecules takes place and the colliding molecule goes here and there. Here. Next. Sixth point. Sixth point. The colliding molecules should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another. The colliding molecules should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another. Because this is very important part. The colliding molecules should be properly oriented or situated with suppose this is one reactant molecule, there is another reactant molecule. This collision is effective because the colliding molecules are properly situated with respect to one another. But this collision, that collision is ineffective because the colliding molecules are not properly situated with respect to one another. Clear? This is the very important point. The colliding molecules should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another so that the collision for the effective collision with respect to one another for effective collision. Next, for effective collision. So these are the important points. These are the important postulates of collision theory of reaction. These are the most important postulates which are given by the collision theory of reaction. Then another postulate, number of collisions. Last postulate, the number of collisions second number, the number of collisions per second per unit volume. The number of collisions per second per unit volume is called the number of collisions per second per unit volume is called collision frequency. Look at the number of collisions per second in 1 unit volume. How much number of collision taking place per second? 1 second in 1 second in 1 unit volume. How much number of collision taking place? The number of collisions per second per unit volume is called collision frequency. So these are the important postulates of collision theory. Only you will like the first reactants are made up of molecules. For a reaction to occur, there must be collision between the reactant molecules. For a effective collision, the colliding molecule should have threshold energy and the colliding molecule should be properly oriented. The colliding molecule must possess a minimum amount of energy, that is called threshold energy, so that the collision is effective. When the collision is effective, that reactant molecule converted to product. When the collision is not effective, the reactant molecule cannot convert into product. Next point, the colliding molecule should be properly oriented or situated with respect to one another so that the collision is effective. Otherwise, the collision is ineffective. If the collision is ineffective, the colliding molecules collide with each other and moves randomly within the system. Here, and the number of last point, the number of collisions per second per unit volume is called collision frequency. Next, drawbacks. These are the main postulates of collision theory. Next, drawbacks of drawbacks of drawbacks drawbacks or disadvantages or failures of collision theory of reaction rate. Drawbacks or disadvantages or failures of collision theory of reaction rate. First, it fails to explain the reactions. It fails to explain the reactions having high values of rate constants. Look at this is very important part. It fails to explain the reactions having high values of rate constant. We have already given you the characteristics of rate constant. Higher the value of rate constant, faster is the rate of reaction. So it is failure to particularly for chain reaction. It is failure for particularly chain reaction. Those reactions having high values of rate constant, higher the rate of reaction, the collision theory is failure. So it fails to explain the reactions having high values of rate constant. So for reaction having high values of rate constant, collision theory is not applicable, or these are the disadvantages of collision theory. It fails to explain the reaction. It fails to explain the reactions having high values of rate constant. Simple high values of rate constant. What does that indicate? Higher the value of rate constant, faster the rate of reaction is. We can say that particularly chain reaction. That is, this is particularly for chain reaction. Particularly for chain reaction. It fails to explain the reactions having high values of rate constant, particularly for chain reaction. Clear? This is the major disadvantages or drawbacks of failure or failures of collision theory of reaction rate. Another factor, it fails to explain the entropy of activation and probability factor mathematically. It assumes the reactant molecules probability because collision frequency. He is taking the collision frequency, or we can say there is probability factor. In collision theory we are assuming some things, that is probability method or probability calculation is also applied. But how this is mathematically justified, that cannot be explained by collision theory. That is explained by mathematical probability factor and entropy of activation is justified in transition state theory or activated complex theory or absolute reaction rate, absolute transition state theory that justify the probability factor and entropy of activation. But collision theory fails to explain this thing. So next point, it fails to explain explain the probability factor. It fails to explain the probability factor and entropy of it fails to explain the probability factor and entropy of activation mathematically. Look at It fails to explain the probability factor and entropy of activation mathematically. We are assuming the reactant molecule probably the collision is taking place or entropy of activation. That probability factor and entropy of activation is justified mathematically in transition state theory. So transition state theory is more advanced theory after collision theory, but transition state theory is exploded in post level syllabus. So we are discussing only about the collision theory. So this is all about the chemical kinetics. We have already finished this chapter. This is the theory given in your council syllabus, but I will explain some problematic questions and tricky questions. So this is all about the syllabus. Next, 1-2 problems or the questions we will discuss. Clear? For nth order reaction. For nth order reaction, okay, for nth order reaction, Kn equal to 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1 divided by Kn equal to, it has Kn it has n minus 1 a to the power n minus 1, n is not equal to 1 for nth order reaction. This is the formula to calculate nth order reaction. Rate constant for nth order reaction where n is not equal to 1, because n equal to 1, that will be 0. Clear? Next question. For half-life, next formula for nth order reaction, then half-life period for nth order, half-life period for nth order reaction. Half-life period for nth order reaction, T half directly proportional to 1 by a to the power n minus 1. T half directly proportional to 1 by a to the power n minus 1, where n equal to order of reaction. This is a very important formula. Basing upon this formula, we will solve problems, and he is also putting short questions, 1 mark questions, or this question he is putting from basing upon this formula. So TR directly equal to 1 by a to the power n minus 1. What is n? Where n equal to order of reaction. Clear? N equal to order of reaction. So basing upon this, we will solve formula. Suppose we have to put, suppose this is a T half directly proportional to a to the power, we will solve problem basing upon this later. Next examples of fractional order reaction. Examples of fractional order reaction. Examples of fractional order reaction. So what is fractional order? The chemical reaction in which order value is fraction is called fractional order reaction. The chemical reactions in which the order value is fraction. The chemical reactions in which the order value is fraction is called fractional order reaction. The chemical reactions in which the order value is fraction is called fractional order reaction. I am giving you the examples of fractional order reaction. For the reactions, between H2 and Br, H2 and Br2 to form HBr. Look at H2 plus Br2 gives rise to 2HBr. H2 plus Br2 gives rise to 2HBr. For this reaction, rate law or rate equation. For this reaction, rate law, rate equation equal to K H2 Br2. Br2 to the power half, H to the power 1. So what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction equal to how much? Order of reaction equal to reaction equal to 1 plus half, that is 3 by 2. This reaction is first order with respect to H2, half order with respect to Br2. Clear? So order of reaction equal to 1 plus half, that is 3 by 2. Order of reaction definition: order of reaction is defined as the sum of the powers to which the molar concentration terms are raised in the rate law or rate equation. So this reaction is, because in this reaction order of reaction is 3 by 2, that is fractional order. The chemical reaction in which order value is fraction is called fractional order reaction. Clear? This is one example. Another example, decomposition of acetaldehyde. This is first example. Second example, decomposition of acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde formula CH3CHO. CH3CHO, that gives CH4. A decomposition of acetaldehyde, CH3CHO gives CH4 plus CO. Then rate law equal to K CH3CHO 3 by 2. That is, order is how much? Order is 3 by 2. Order of reaction equal to 3 by 2. Clear? So this is an fractional order reaction example. So we can say that how the 3 by 2 value is found, how we can get the value of 3 by 2? We can get the value of 3 by 2 only by experimentation, because order of reaction is purely an experimental quantity. We can get numerical value of this power. We can calculate it experimentally, not theoretically. Clear? Next, we will solve a problem. We will solve some problems. Next questions, look at next questions. Half-life period of a reaction is halved half-life period of a reaction is half as the initial concentration of the reactants is doubled. As the initial concentration of the reactant is doubled, what is the order of the reaction? Look at half-life period of a reaction is halved as the initial concentration of the reactant is doubled. What is the order of the reaction? We have to calculate the order of the reaction by, already we have discussed for the formula half-life period for nth order reaction. By applying this formula, we can solve this problem. Look at this, half-life period of a reaction is halved. We know that T half directly proportional to 1 by a to the power n minus 1. T half directly proportional to a to the power n minus 1. Look at this formula, already we have get from the half-life period for nth order reaction. For half-life period of nth order reaction is T half directly proportional to 1 by a to the power n minus 1. Question, look at the question is given, half-life period of a reaction is halved. So we can write half T half directly proportional to 1 by half-life of a reaction, half-life period of a reaction is half as the initial concentration of the reactant is doubled. So initial concentration of the reactant, that is 2A to the power n minus 1. Look at very important things. What is this? So what is the important thing? Look at half-life period of a reaction is halved. T half directly proportional to 1 by a to the power n minus 1. Half-life of a reaction is halved. Initial concentration, what is initial concentration? That is A. A is doubled. 2A to the power n minus 1. So what is the order of the reaction? Question is asked, what is the order of the reaction? Next, divide this. T half divided by half T half, which is equal to 1 by a to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 by 2a to the power n minus 1. Half cancel. So we can solve this. We can solve this in this way. Look at it. This will be half cancel. So 2 to the power 1 equal to 1 by a to the power n minus 1 into 2 to the power n minus 1 dot a to the power n minus 1 divided by 1. So this cancel, remaining is 2 to the power 1 equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. 2 to the power 1 equal to 2 to the power n minus 1 or n minus 1 equal to 1 or n equal to 2. This is the order of reaction. So order of reaction equal to order of reaction equal to 2. Order of reaction is 2. He has asked the question, what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction is how much? 2. Clear? This is order of reaction. Next, another examples of fourth order reaction. I am giving one important examples of fourth order reaction. I have already discussed the order and molecularity of reaction. Generally never exceeds 3. There is one important reaction which discovered recently, but order of reaction is fourth order. So what is the examples of our question? Examples fourth order reactions. Examples of fourth order reaction. 4 KClO3 gives rise to 4 KClO3, 3 KClO4, 3 KClO4, 3 KClO4. So remaining is KCl KCl. Balance it. 4, 12, then 3. Okay. So for this reaction, rate law equal to K KClO3 to the power 4. KClO3 to the power 4. So what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction equal to 4. Order of reaction equal to order of reaction equal to 4. This is one example for fourth order reaction. Is that clear? This is the example for fourth order reaction. Clear? Next we will solve one problem basing upon this. What is the So next question write out. For a first order reaction, next I am solving one problem. This is important question. Most of the time you put that question also in your council exam. In the council exam you put that question, write down. For a first order reaction. For a first order reaction, it takes 16 minutes for a first order reaction, it takes 16 minutes to complete 50% reaction. For a first order reaction, it takes 16 minutes to complete 50% reaction. How much time does it take to complete? How much time does it take to complete 75% reaction? 75% reaction. Look at it. For a first order reaction, it takes 16 minutes to complete 50%. Look at this is 50%. 50% means T half. Here given that T half is 16 minutes. For what is the formula for first order reaction and half life period? We here given that first you have to write given that T half equal to 16 minutes. T half equal to how much? 16 minutes. Next, we know that for first order reaction, T half equal to 0.693 by K1. Here given 16 minutes for T half, so K1 equal to 0.693 by 16 minutes. You can calculate this value. This is the K1 value. This is the K1 value. Clear? Next. This is K1 value. What we have to calculate? How much time does it take to complete 75% reaction? How much time does it take to complete 75% reaction? Whenever a reaction is given, he asks the question percentage, always you take the initial concentration 100%. Initial concentration is 100%. So we have to take T equal to 2, we know that T equal to 2.303 by K1 log A by A minus X. T equal to 2.303 by K1 log A by A minus X. K1 is how much? 0.693 by 16. So we have to put this in the equation. Then we calculate this. Look at, or T equal to 2.303 by K1 is how much? 0.693 by 16 log A is how much? A is always 100. 100 minus how much percentage? 70. X is how much? 75. Sorry, X is how much? 75. So when X is 75, you have to calculate this value. So T equal to 2.303 by 693 by 16. A is 100 by 25. 100 by how much? 25. 100 by 25 how much? So we can write T equal to 2.303 by 0.693 by 16 log 4. This is log 4. Clear? Log 4 is log 4. So we can solve it in this way. Look at how we can solve this. Or T equal to 2.303 0.693 by 16 into log 2 to the power 2, or we can write 2.303 by 0.693 by 16 into 2 log 2. 2 log 2. Clear? Or we can write 2.303 into 16 divided by 693 into 2 into 0.3010. Look at 0.3010 into 2 point, that will be, so 2.303 into 0.3010 into 16 into 2 divided by 0.693. So this will be equal to 0.693. So this will be, this cancel. So this will be 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Here. So this will be 32 minutes. Answer is 32 minutes. Here. Next question. Next is the last question. Next I will give you the assignment questions. You have to solve the assignment questions. Is that clear? Next question. Calculate the our question करो. The half-life period of a reaction is 60 seconds. The half-life period for a reaction is 60 seconds. The half-life period for a reaction is 60 seconds. Calculate its rate constant. Calculate its rate. We know that T half equal to 0.693 by K1. Half-life period is given how much? 60 seconds. We have to calculate rate constant or K1 equal to 0.693 by T half. So which is equal to 0.693 by T half is given how much? 60 seconds. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. So this value will be how much? 1.15 into 10 to the power minus 2 second inverse. Second inverse. Is that clear? So this is one. This is also one question.